They're 21st ranked Razorbacks who have won 5 of their last 6. And Arkansas tonight tries to send Auburn to its 4th consecutive loss. Sean Murphy with the handoff. Sebastian Williams-Adams gets penetration and is able to maneuver it off the glass and in.
Yeah, one positive.
Here's Richmond into the paint, gets to the rim, finishes. Billy Richmond the third. And under 10 on the shot clock. Murphy. And a bucket easy inside.
Because they've got to keep the possessions down, knowing, one, they don't have the depth, and Arkansas loves transition.
Tough to stop that guy. He gets to the rim with regularity. And Acuff bench, they didn't put up much of a fight. Thomas with the scoop shot, that goes. And Arkansas much better for 2 than 3.
Start in this game and gaining some confidence, keeping the crowd out of it.
Brazil at the denial, leads to a breakaway. Step through jam. But Arkansas is 0 for 4 from deep. Brazil with the ball fake.
Look at Mashalik down low, holding his own against Pringle, boxing out.
Acuff knocks down the first triple of the game for Arkansas. Didn't get off the bench against Vanderbilt last time out. Jovic has it rejected by Brazil. And then a foul in the back.
But he's been winning the toughness plays and the physicality that Coach Cal needs from him.
Richmond through traffic, left-hand scoop. Strong hand, he's got plus now.
Arkansas has been very physical, not letting Auburn run their stuff, blowing up screens.
Knox ahead to Richmond. Step through with the offhand, finishes again. Billy Richmond is off to a sizzling start for the Razorbacks.
It's an opportunity for Auburn, I think, to get their offense going a little bit. This is one of Arkansas's better offensive teams.
Whoa.
As you see right there. But on the defensive
in the game, he missed last couple of games with an injury. Meanwhile, Acuff squeezes off a quick 3. That's his second triple of the game.
The confidence he plays with. Yes, there was a hand. And you want to send a message to your team about the standard of the program. You put a 20-point score in street clothes to send a message. There's not a lot of guys that will do that, whether they're first year or not.
Here's Acuff for 3, and one of the nation's top freshmen, and that's saying something. Already has 11 for the Razorbacks, and the lead is 11.
And having Wagner back allows Acuff to not have to play as the primary ball handler, playing off the ball some now.
Another mid-range shot for Tahad Pettiford.
Over 6 a game, that leads the team. And he rarely turns the ball over. Just such a great decision maker. And that right there, a lot of that with Wagner drive.
The offense has been humming without the use of the 3-ball, even though they shoot it generally at a high clip. Pettiford for 3, and he nails that one. He's into double figures. Here's Overton, guarded by the freshman Thomas. 16-footer, no good. Jovic, another crack at it for Auburn. And it's stolen away by Billy Richmond. Hello! On their feet at Bud Walton Arena. Pettiford. Whoa! What an answer jam. I calls him the GOAT, Billy Goat, and Rise.
I mean, and it starts really with the way he anticipated that skip pass, and Keyshawn Murphy with a dunk of his
position. Tahad telling us today, I really don't pay attention when it's a guy like that. I know who's on the draft boards, but I don't care. It's just about going against the guy who's across from him.
I think he's shown a lot of maturity. He's had some adversity this year, and he's had to grow up some, because he's really the only returning player on an Auburn team that lost so much production from last year. Tigers
went zone. It turns into a takeaway, and Pettiford is able to get a steal and a bucket in a tie. Murphy, wow, the seas parted, and he almost ripped the rim off the backboard.
Well, instead of handing the ball off, he keeps it, and he saw an open lane. And this is a guy that wasn't very healthy earlier in the season. He had a bad left leg, but I think he's feeling 100% based on that.
Ewan slices his way to the rim for his next 10 minutes. They haven't been able to force turnovers since. Murphy no good. And here's Acuff. Five-star recruit, McDonald's All-America, Jordan Brand All-Star, all-everything, and he picks up an assist to Billy Richmond III. Brazil into the corner for three. And tracked down by Malik Thomas. Lob Richmond. No way. What a play by Billy Richmond. He has been all over the place for Arkansas tonight.
I mean, this guy's had at least 3 highlight reel plays here in the first half. Outstanding athlete.
Bounce to Murphy. He's fouled and going to the free throw line. Auburn, Williams Adams, 2 on the clock. Pettiford heaves, and that was in and out. Auburn wouldn't have minded that to fall down. It's a 6-point lead at the half.
Stays cold like this. They must get a third score.
Acuff whistles it into Brazil. Nice finish. Darius Acuff Jr., just his second Razorback to get 500 points and 150 assists in a single season. And Brazil with the block. Malik Thomas picks it up to Acuff, to Richmond. Folks in the building tonight are going to be talking about Billy Richmond all week. 3-ball, skips off.
Better. Look at the vision here as he finds the cutting Brazil coming off that corner cut, and then you'll see the transition bucket as well. After the block, they want to make it a track meet and just throw that thing up.
Here's Thomas to Richmond. Tried to go high-low, it didn't work, and now with the shot clock winding down, the lefty Richmond uses every bit of the rim. I said they're going to be talking about him this week. They're going to little band on his left forearm. Richmond's got a career-high 16. Here's Acuff. And he flashes down another 3. It's 4th of the night.
Again, that's 20-point per game scorer, Keyshawn Hall, who's out of this game for disciplinary reasons. It just makes it really tough for life on the road.
And even tougher when they're doing that. Acuff, 17 points, 4 assists. Give him 20. Arkansas has outscored Auburn 15-2 since the break.
It's the domino effect here with Acuff's performance.
Ewan inside, and that one will roll home. He's stuck it right over the top of the rim. He's going to have. Here's Pettiford, rejected by Ewan. Brazil on the run. Follow dunk there for Ewan.
I think this is where he can really manipulate the defense and get a clean look.
They slack up Pettiford, and he makes him pay.
So despite a big deficit here, if you can get Hall back to form and Pettiford, all of a sudden you get that 1-2 combo.
Here's Pettiford off the glass.
2. The other scores, 2 for Overton, 2 for Williams Adams. That's it. They've got to get some additional scores.
Malik Thomas gets it to roll home, his first bucket this half. Up to. He got a start earlier this season as Pettiford knifes his way through, and Richmond gets the block. It'll stay Auburn basketball.
He's just been all over the place, and you know what you're going to get every single game. But the fact that he's contributed in the scoring column and really gotten the pace in Arkansas's favor.
Elijah Freeman. Brazil.
He was open for a good 3 seconds. They finally found him in the end as he got closer and closer to the basket.
Acuff left the Arkansas bench and exited back to the Razorback locker room. Try to get an update for you as Williams Adams. Here's Brazil. Huge rebound by Pettiford. Push ahead Overton. Overton all the way in, and he sneaks it in.
Stuck with it and found a way to make plays.
Here's Thomas. A nice little push for Thomas. Pettiford. They double him, and Richmond steals it away. Hello again. It's a third personal on Overton. And Auburn hanging in there. Overton. And that one got tipped. Credit to Pringle for the block. Knox, what a feed! Richmond again! It's a career night for Billy Richmond III. He has made every play asked of him this evening. Answer from Freeman. They won 2 more games the entire rest of the season. Fouled on the 3.
John Calipari and this Razorback team to find the weak spot in that zone.
Taking care of Mississippi State before that. Richmond. What else can you say about this guy? Billy Richmond is having a night. 28 times a game. It's only been 15 trips to the line so far tonight with under 5 to go. Brazil for 3. 14-point Arkansas lead.
Stephen Pearl furious saying, look, we don't want 2 guys on the ball. They pick and pop. Either switch it or get through it.
Pettiford. Yes. 3 SEC freshmen to make 7 threes and have 5 assists in the same game. Added 2. Reed Shepard did it twice for John Calipari. Differences keep rolling in for Darius Acuff Jr. Here's Richmond. Hello. Goodbye. To a Billy Richmond highlight.
This will be in the Billy Richmond family for years to come. I mean, you talk about having a night. 25 points, highlight after highlight. And what makes him so great isn't just the athleticism, but I've said it before.
With Marcus Camby, they go in 96. He had the tickets ready for her to go to the Meadowlands, and when he went back with Memphis years later, guess who was sitting right at the clock? Another monster night for the superstar freshman. He had 31, 7 threes, the most made for a Razorback in 6 seasons, and Billy Richmond had 25 on 12 of 15 shooting. Auburn shorthanded, no match for this red-hot Arkansas team. Darius Acuff Jr., a 31-point night to match his season and career high as a freshman. And Billy Richmond III, highlight play after highlight play. What a night in Fayetteville for Dane Bradshaw, our fantastic crew. We are done here to Santa Clara with Corey Williams. Here's Roxy Bernstein.